Good evening, my yogis. We are right about at sunset. I'm hoping you may catch a little bit of color behind me. We are here for Yin, and it is going to be focusing on your kidneys and your bladder, urinary tract area. So what it will be is a lot of forward bends and then some back bends. Be mindful of your backs if you need it. As always, I'll give you options. So to start, get into a comfortable seated posture. You can grab your blanket and just give your hips a little boost, a little rest. And it's either crisscross or half lotus or soles of your feet together, knees out wide, or you can even kneel. So whatever works best for you. And then if you will, start to rise up through that crown just a little bit. Root down into your sit bones. Roll your shoulders on your back so they rest down away from your ears. And then let's rest our hands actually palms down today. Get yourselves a little grounded. Closing your eyes, relax the face, and just start to breathe, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Trying your best not to clench your teeth or lock your jaws. Letting go of any stress or tension, anything going on outside your little sanctuary, and giving yourselves permission to be here for the entirety of this class, completely dedicated to you, your body, your breath, your practice. Slow down that breath a little bit, go a little longer, a little deeper on the inhales, match it on the exhales. Try and keep it as fluid and even as you can. Start to notice the breath on the inhales as your belly swells. Bring it into the ribs, slowly into your lungs. And on your exhale, feel the body collapse, pressing the air from your body all the way down, all the way around, navel into spine. Just find this rhythm and flow. Maybe rise up through the crown, roll the shoulders down in the back. Gently root down into those sit bones. And let's go a little bit deeper, a little bit longer, a little bit slower. Tuning into the sound of your breath and feeling this movement in the body as it rises and falls. Go ahead now and set your intention. What is it that you need or want? Whether it be for the new year or for today. It's whatever resonates with you. If you can, bring that vision right into the center of the forehead, your third eye. Just almost feel like you're breathing into that. And once you see this vision, your intention, another slow, deep inhale and slow, deep exhale to seal it in. Just stay here for a little bit more. Slowly opening your eyes. Try and keep that gaze soft so you're not really focusing on anything right now. And we are going to be moving on to our bellies for Sphinx pose. So what I want you to do is take the blanket that you're sitting on. If it's folded in a square, we're going to take it out lengthwise and fold it in half to support your hips. Put it down probably in the center of the mat. And then as you come forward, you can adjust it. But just let those hips rest on top of it. So for Sphinx, and we've done it several times in the past, It's especially beneficial for your kidneys because with this little bit of a curve and then you're using your breath, you're actually massaging those organs. Once you're down, get the elbows so they're underneath your shoulders and then reach across and grab your bicep and then palms down. That will align the elbows up with the shoulders. Feet, go ahead and take them out a little wider, about as wide as your mat. And then once you're here, you got to just surrender. You got to let go of that belly and your hips. Do a little body scan. That's the start of our timer now. So with the elbows underneath the shoulders, palms are flat. I want you to relax your feet, the fronts of your legs. The knees, front and back. Your thighs. Most importantly, the hips and belly. Let that belly rest on the mat. Softening your shoulders. And you can do this with the eyes open or closed if they're open. Focus on something out in front of you. And just keep that gaze soft. Once you find your pose, go ahead and find stillness. If this back bend is too intense too early, you're going to bring it down, stacking your hands and bringing the forehead down. You're still getting a slight back bend, but it's just not quite as intense. Soften the belly, soften the hips, the chest. A few more slow deep breaths here in and out. All right, so your counter pose, you're going to come down onto your belly, turning your head to the left. Go ahead and bring that left knee up alongside and just hold on to it. Completely relax and breathe. go ahead and slowly rise. You're going to take this same blanket, grab 2 blocks. We're going to create our little bolster here. Putting those blocks end to end, flat side down, and then put your bolster on top. It's going to be a saddle. So saddle is hero in yoga, and it's the one that's like this, and you go back, okay? For many people, this is pretty hard on the knees, so we're gonna do a half saddle instead. With the left leg out in front, let's take this right leg back alongside. Foot down if you can do it. Now, again, if this is too much on the knee, we can go ahead and roll off onto our side and pull it in instead. If you're okay with it, come right up to that bolster and start to work your way back. And you can either have your hands out to the side or overhead. Pardon me. If you have the space. So whatever works best for you. Allow that spine to be supported and your chest to open ever so slightly. Close your eyes and just find your stillness. Push your way up. Elbow, elbow, hand, hand. Roll off on your left hip and release that right leg out and shake it out. All right, we're going to do that sequence again, starting on our bellies. Move the blocks. Get that blanket right under the hips. This time, if you can, it would be seal. I'll demonstrate it if it's not right for you. Once again, get those elbows underneath the shoulders, feet as wide as the mat, relax. For seal, you literally just pivot your hands out so the thumbs reach towards the top of the mat and then you press up. As best you can, relax the hips, the low back, the legs. Try and not engage anything. You're just using the strength of the arms to hold yourselves up. Soften the gaze, breathe into the belly. If it's too much, come back down to Sphinx. And if that's too much, stack the hands and rest your forehead. Once you find your option, completely relax and just be still. Soften the belly. Relax your legs, relax your chest. Just a few more slow deep breaths here. Counter pose. We're going to bring it down, turning your head to the left, and then bring that right knee in. Excuse me, you're going to turn to the right. Bring the right knee up alongside. Rest your arm on top of it. Relax and breathe right into that belly and back. When you're ready, slowly release. Make your way back up. Create the bolster using your blocks. Saddle. Left leg's going to go back. If it's too intense on the knee, you're going to roll onto your right side and just pull that heel in behind you. Make sure, that you feel like you are right up against these, and then bring it down. Just have to start this. Arms, whatever's comfortable. Again, you can go over your head, you can go out to the sides. But I want you to really feel supported on this bolster you created, allowing yourselves to relax and surrender into it. Close your eyes and just be still. Just a few more slow, deep breaths. In and out of the nose. Very slowly, get those elbows by your side and push up. Hand, hand. Roll off onto your right hip, releasing that left leg. And let's go ahead and just kind of shake it out. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to move into a butterfly. Using this blanket, again, I like it as a seat. Lifts the hips up a little bit. If you can't quite lean over, you may want to get 2 blankets or fold the blanket in half to give you just a little bigger lift. Lots of blocks. Oopsie, keep them handy. So your butterfly, as you know, are soles of your feet to the knees out wide. They don't have to be in tight. They can be midway or out, whatever's comfortable for you. We are going to pull our rear end aside just to get nice and grounded on those blankets. What I like to do is stack up my blocks and rest my forehead down. Arms will rest right on my shins, my calves. Palms up and just touch index finger to your thumbs. Find a comfortable spot for you. It is ideal to have that forehead resting, as it will help to calm the mind. And then once you find your pose, find your stillness. About halfway through, so you may want to see where you're at. You may be able to go down a little lower if that feels better for you. But listen to your body. If you're comfortable where you're at, just stay there. A few more slow, deep breaths in and out. All right, go ahead and bring it up. We're going to remove the blocks at this time. Keep them handy though. And it's going to be a half butterfly. So take your right leg out to the right, more to diagonal. And we're actually going to go over that leg. So what I'm going to do Left foot goes into the thigh. As I'm going to play with my blocks, truthfully I'm not sure where I want to be with this right now. It's probably going to be more like my arms here and I'm slouching over. There's no real way to support the forehead, so you're going to have to let that head hang heavy. Make sure you're trying to keep this sit bone down so you're not rolling in. If you feel like this is too intense, you may have to get an additional block on each side up so you're not leaning down so far. So again, play with it. You want to find something you can get comfortable with so you can surrender and get the optimum benefit of this pose. Head hangs. Relax your entire torso and lower body and just find that breath. Halfway through, see where you're at. If you want to try and go a little lower, go for it. If you're comfortable where you're at, settle in. Once you find the new pose, be still. Slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. As you come up, go ahead and remove the blocks. We'll put them on the other side for the other side. Bring those feet flat, knees bent. Lean back a little bit and windshield wiper those legs or shake them out. Whatever feels good to you. Alright, let's do the other side. Back on your blanket, left leg out at diagonal. Okay, just move that out of here. Left foot into your thigh. Get grounded. Don't point, don't flex, relax that foot. You're just going to settle in. Use the blocks to find that pose. Let me give me a little timer, actually. Start. And lean over. Make sure that the right sit bone is staying grounded so you're not rolling out of it. If it is rolling out, then you want to go even higher with your blocks. Head hangs heavy, so the body weight is there. And just breathe right into that belly and back and side. halfway through, see where you're at. If you want to adjust, adjust. And then once you settle in, be still. A few more slow, deep breaths. All right, go ahead and bring it up. We'll do our windshield wipers again. Lean back a little bit, feet flat, knees bent, and just go side to side or shake your legs. And bring everything back to neutral. All right, going ahead, come back to seated on that blanket and open yourselves up into a dragonfly, also known as a straddle in Yin. Relax, don't point, don't flex. Now for some of you, this is very wide. Some of your hips just aren't going to let you go there. So you may have to bring them in a little bit, and that's fine. I'll get you adjusted with these blocks. Another option, if you want to try it, is the feet flat, knees bent, and you bring it forward. It feels pretty good. So decide what you want. Maybe each time you do this class, you switch it up a little bit and see which works best for you. We're going to go ahead and stack our blocks because I love having my forehead supported. Bring my little timer with me. So I'm going to bring my head down. Now I could do this, right, with my hands flat, or I could get 2 more blocks and bring my arms up a little more ergonomically correct for me. Once you get settled, again, try and rest that forehead if you can, just to calm the mind. Maybe do a little body scan yourself to make sure you're not pointing or flexing or engaging any of the muscles. You want to settle into this pose and be still and let body weight and gravity do the work. Just a few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. Slowly bring it up. Remove your blocks. Let's bring our legs together. You may have to actually lift them in, and that's fine. Shake them out. Okay, our final seated posture before we go down on our backs is caterpillar. Caterpillar, envision your legs like Tadasana, standing posture, mountain pose. You're not going to have your legs together. We're actually going to open them up and put a block in between, standing on end. And then we're going to bring another block up to rest our forehead. If it's not comfortable for you here, then perhaps stack one more up here. So find what works for you. We're going to rest our arms on our legs, palms up, and touch index finger to thumbs. Keep that handy. I'm going to be here 4 minutes. Let me see, I might actually change that. Perfect. And we start. Feel your forehead being supported on the block, your arms resting on your thighs. Completely relax your torso and your body. And again, body weight and gravity, that's what's doing the work. Relax and breathe, and be as still as you can. Halfway through. If you feel like you can go deeper, great. If not, just stay where you're at. Continue to relax and breathe. few more slow, deep breaths in and out of the nose. And we're going to bring it up. Remove your blocks. Keep them handy for your inversion. Let's do a little cat-cow. Just because we did the forward bend back bends, let's just loosen up that spine. Make it a little more supple. Coming into table, hands and knees, fingers spread wide. On your inhale, drop your belly and look up ever so slightly. And then exhale, roll over. Inhale, drop. And exhale, roll over. All right, when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and turn around, come to seated. Again, a blanket handy and at least a block handy. We're going to go ahead and roll down onto our backs. Put your fingertips right behind your thighs and bring them down. And then once you're on your back, walk your feet in right to your sit bones. And go ahead, pressing into the earth with the heels, lift the hips and put that block underneath that low back. You want it hip to hip, flat side down. Go ahead and bring your feet up. Make sure you feel balanced. Adjust if you need to. And then legs, I want them straight up from your hips. Don't bring them forward so you're on the edge of the block. Have it back so your whole pelvis is supported. And if you will, close your eyes and just relax. This allows the blood flow, obviously, to go to the brain. It's an inversion. But it also makes it so that your heart doesn't have to work so hard. Helps to clean out the sinuses, any pressure you have in there. When you come out, it should be gone. And then it also helps to alleviate headaches or the tendency towards headaches. Closing your eyes and relax your face. Draw your right knee into your belly and let it rest, and then draw that left knee in. And just pause here for a moment. You'll notice the tingling in the feet as the blood starts to come back in. Right foot flat on your mat, left foot flat on your mat. Go ahead and lift the hips, remove the block, putting it off to the side. If you will, bring that right knee into your belly, left leg out in front. Just let that leg rest. Right arm up overhead, and then use the left hand to pull that leg across your body, coming into your twist. Keeping your right shoulder down. If you can, turning your head to the right. Closing your eyes. Relax and breathe. very slowly unwind. As you're coming back to center, draw the knees in, give yourself a hug, and just rock gently. And then we'll switch up, keeping the left knee in, extend that right leg out, just let it rest. Left arm up overhead, letting it rest, and then use your right hand and literally draw that leg across your body, coming into your twist. Try to keep your shoulder down, and if you can, slowly turning your head to the left. Closing your eyes, relax and breathe. On your next inhale, slowly unwind. Coming to center, drawing the knees in and giving yourself a really big hug, rocking gently. Before your final posture of Shavasana, if you will, inhale through your nose, sigh it out, let it go. With that intention, staying on your backs, let your legs come out in front of you. Feet can be as wide as your mat or wider. Use your blankets either to cover the belly or to cover your entire body. And when you're ready, allow your bodies to rest. Slowly releasing control of each and every muscle as you surrender yourselves to the earth. Your eyeballs sink deep into their sockets. Your eyelids are gently closed. Your inner ear softens. Your jaw slackens. And your tongue relaxes as you let everything go. slowly start to bring your awareness back into your bodies by gently wiggling your toes. Touch each fingertip with your thumb. Slowly reaching your arms over your head and extend through your feet, stretching your bodies out. Take a deep inhale, fill your body with your sweet, sweet breath. And on your exhale, draw the knees into your chest, giving yourselves one final compassionate hug. When you feel satisfied, slowly roll to the right side and just remain there for a moment in the fetal position with your eyes closed. Use the strength of your arms and slowly rise back to seated. And if you will, draw the hands to the heart center in prayer. And lower your chin into your chest and bow your heads, taking a moment to honor yourselves. From the place deep in my soul, which I know to be pure and true, I bow to and honor this same light that shines deep inside of each of you. Thank you all so much for going on this journey with me. Wishing you a beautiful evening. Namaste.